Alright, so, hey, uh, hey guys, um, hey gals, everyone, guys, girls, everyone else in between, that's a Damien Haas quote from Smosh, shout out to, Smosh cast member Damien Haas, because, we love a neurodivergent, like, we stand a neurodivergent, I guess, or, like, someone that, like, basically, who is, like, autistic, and trying to, like, basically, just spread awareness of it. Yeah, I say that with in mind because, like, I love Smosh. Rewatching them years later, and yeah. But anyways, let's see. It's 3:30, or started filming this video at 3:30. Yeah, now it's 3:31. All right, so I started filming this at 3:30. It's the same day. Let me check my phone. My phone is at 4%. It's yeah, 3:31 Thursday, not July, sorry, June 4th. I just wanted to, like, clarify. I deleted some shit off my phone, some stuff off my phone, cause I wanted to, like, get my thoughts out there on video, which I know I probably shouldn't be doing. Sorry, excuse me. Right now I'm just feeling like so, like, just, like, fucked up because, like, I'm just, like, sitting here thinking about, like, like what I said before that, like, rings true. Like, I literally do feel like I grew up in, like, basically, like, a post. I mean, keep in mind that while, like, I remember, like, in past videos I mentioned that, like, it does, like, I feel like the internet raised me, and I feel like that's true to, like, some extent. I feel like that's true because, like, I've seen, like, a lot of stuff on the internet. I've seen a lot of shit, and you know the days of, like, I mean, gone are the days of just vlogging. The days of, taking, like, a phone or a camera and just talking and venting to it are, like, just done. They're gone. Like, and I've seen, like, like, people on the internet, like, apparently, like, pretend to be, I'm not sure what this is, but I've noticed, like, a rising trend. And, like, please keep in mind before I say stuff and, like, talk about, like, my feelings or whatever, like, I'm not really, like, in the best mindset. Like, I just took a nap after being awake for so fucking long, and I'm still, like, I haven't taken my pills yet. I'm unmedicated. I am without my medication. I am unmedicated currently, and there's just a lot on my mind right now. And I did also, like I mentioned before, I had, like, on my YouTube, like, page, like, I mentioned that I had surgery back in, like, January of this year. But yeah, so this is just gonna be like a rant or like a vlog. So sorry, but basically, so like I said before, like, so many times, like, I just, or, well, not so many times, but, like, you know what I'm trying to say, like, I feel like, just like Amanda from Smosh, the other cast member, a member Lehan Cancel, like, I know, like, in, like, modern day, like that's probably such just, like, an old meme, like, just an old fucking joke, or, like, that was, like, a running gag for a long time, where she didn't know about, like, stuff from, like, the modern day internet. Like, she didn't know about, like, well, like I said before in the last video, she didn't know about stuff about Harambe, like the Harambe gorilla Cincinnati Zoo incident, which, I mean, I knew about. I was there to witness that shit back in, like, what, 2016. She didn't know about Coney 2012, which, I mean, to be fair, like, I didn't really, like, I wasn't focused on 2012 stuff, and, like, just like they said in the Smosh Mouth podcast, which I really love so much, like, I loved watching Smosh, and then witnessing them go from, like a comedy channel about two people to basically just like how Ian put it, like, as, like, the SNL of YouTube, like, in a Smosh TV news interview, like, last year, or, like, 1 or 2 years ago. And like I feel so, and like I hate like myself for for like a lot of reasons, but like definitely for the reason of like, you know, like especially like back then, like, you know, like, and I'm talking about like basically like beginning of like the lockdown or like post lockdown, and like I'm not even sure if we can talk about it like still to this day. Like I'm talking about the quarantine, you know, the coronavirus. I'm talking about like, you know, just, you know, like the world afterwards, and like the radical like like the shift in like, I don't know, like I guess like, you know, just people like going from like, it just seemed, I don't know, like maybe the internet was always a fucked up place. Maybe the internet was always just like not for me, but like I said before, like, sorry, like I said before, you know, it does feel like the internet, like for a very long time, especially even now, like has basically just like raised, like I said before, in like some like now either deleted or private videos, like it feels like the internet has, it feels like the internet did like eventually like forget about me, or like I forgot about it. Because but then again, you know, I do want to say, like I want to preface that by saying like ongoing at the time, like since like 2020, I was not really in the best mindset. I wasn't really like dealing with stuff like in the most healthy way. And I know like probably being vulnerable is something that like is seen as like a joke, or like it's played up for the camera. Like for example, with like, there was like, I saw like a meme going around of like some guy who was apparently like confessing to accidentally, quote, walking in on his grandmother self pleasuring, which apparently like we can't even talk about like masturbating or jerking off like in the title or thumbnail, like in like the title, thumbnail, or like in the description of our videos, without them apparently getting age restricted. I mean like, which I mean like, apparently, but like what I want to go back to is like apparently that video was like, it was like memed about, like it was basically memed to death. And what I mean by that is like people made jokes about it. It was basically just a meme. And apparently that joke was apparently, I think, made by some kind of comedian. I don't really know. That's another thing too, like comedy, like, and the memes, the meme culture that we have nowadays. Like memes used to be like, I've seen so much stuff like people saying that, oh, like memes used to be funny. Memes used to be like about like shared laughter, and like jokes used to be like stuff that people could laugh and point, like laugh as a group with, laugh together with. And like now, like with the internet that has been cultivated now, basically I feel like it's like memes have like just like, they're more like, I don't really know, they're more like, I guess like insulting to people. It feels like, and like by the way, I put like this video in like, you know, like some sort of like lower quality video mode for like the camera, like on this phone. So if you notice that the video is like, you know, if you notice that the video is not really like, you know, hold on, let me turn off this fan. Imagine that shit. 9 minutes into the video. Um, well, 8 minutes, 56 seconds. Now 9 minutes. Well, 9:01, 2, 3, 4, 9:05, 9:06. Yeah, sorry. Got distracted. Like I said, this video might be all over the place, but yeah. This video probably definitely is all over the place. But yeah, like I said, definitely does feel like the internet forgot about me, like, but then again, you know, like I really do, just like in the words of Amanda from Smosh, you know, I missed out on such a fun little world. Or like, I missed out on, like, I think she was saying like, man, oh, I missed out on such a fun world. But then again, like, I also feel like in terms of like, I don't really know, like the way how like things have been going for me recently, and how they've been basically since I was like 16 years old, especially coming from like the ages of 13 to 15. Like, if you know, you know. I don't know if people watched those videos that I got drunk, on May 10th and like opened up on camera. But and I know once again, like honesty on the internet is seen as like either like it's seen as like a meta, it's seen as like like something that is like done like in the most extreme ways. Like I haven't seen the video of the guy like talking about like basically her like catching her like catching his like walking in and catching his grandmother, pleasuring herself accidentally, or like basically just like accidentally walking in on her grandmother on his grandmother masturbating. But I've heard like a lot, I've seen like jokes about it, and like and apparently I've seen other like fucked up videos too, something about how like he got like a joke about like it was like another ranting video about how he got like fired from a job on like of like or like I know I actually no sorry, it was about like how like it said like the title of the video was something like, oh, like and I'm trying to paraphrase and quote here, like my kids won't my students or like my kids won't stop saying 6 7, which that's another thing. Like one, like the idea of like people being honest is something that's seen as like it's like a new like meta. Like I've seen like videos like, oh, like I've seen videos whether what and I want to preface this by saying like I've seen videos that could be taken either as like a joke or like stuff that is like genuinely real, or and like not like part on like this like I guess like new like meta of things, like, and I'm sorry if this room is dark and you can barely see me, and if the video quality is bad, which particularly like, I know the video probably particularly doesn't look good, but yeah. Fun fact: I noticed that Oh wait, what? I don't know why I'm acting stupid now. It's been filming for 12 minutes, but yeah. So basically like I've seen like people like I've seen like a video apparently like from like one YouTuber that said my mom found the Yuri, which like I mean I've been in the anime, like, well, I've not really been like in the anime world, like I said, because like like I said like in the last video, but I didn't really touch upon it. Like apparently like I found out from like the anime like fandom or community, or like the hateful world of it, like, or like the hateful parts of it, like from like what I've learned now to call like echo chambers, and like with toxic people, like there's just so many people like in like fandom culture that like either like act as like very nitpicky of it, or like they have the hate dumb, like I think it's like yeah, like it's like basically the word fandom, but replace the word fan with hate, like hate dumb. And so many people like, and I will admit myself that like they're like not even just like in terms of like fandom nonsense, but like in terms of like stuff that is posted on the internet to places like TikTok and Twitter and Instagram, like there is stuff that like in terms of like how the internet worked like back then, like in the 2010s, and like in like, hold on, let me turn on the light, shine some light on this fucking situation, both figuratively and literally. Sorry, ow, that was probably a bad fucking joke. Oh, good God. I look so horrible. I look so ugly, I imagine. And at least my eye's not red, my right eye. But, I mean, I think it is a little bit red, but yeah. That should give you a hint as to which I got my surgery, huh? But yeah, like I said, like there's like this new like under like it's like I don't even know what a meta is, but like to my understanding, it's like imagine like like in like like how in like storytelling, like in like stories on the internet, or no, like not stories on the internet, but like like stories of like just like fictional stories, is like it's like taking like the overarching or arcing, like I don't know, like I don't know, I try to use big words to sound smart and more intellectual with my shit, or like with my stuff, but like really I'm just fucking stupid, I admit I'm an idiot. Where the fuck is it? Where's my fucking goddamn... Did I finish both Crystal Canadians or Clear Canadians? Clearly Canadians? What the fuck? Sunset Orange. It's fucking finished. finished. Where's my other goddamn... Where's... I should probably wash my hands. Fuck it, I'm using hand sanitizer, I don't care. I'm so fucking thirsty. But yeah, like what I was saying, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, fandoms and hatedoms. Like, there are so many people that, like, I guess, like, I don't know. All I know is that, like, for the past few years, like, there's been, like, I missed out on a lot, okay? Whether it was, like, certain fucked up things that I was going through, or, like, trauma attached to certain things, or, like, based on, like, certain situations, or, like, due to, like, some, like, horrifying events happening at, like, chronological ages, or, like, in certain chronological, like, orders, or, like, at a certain state, or, like, point in my life. I didn't really... Sorry if you heard my stomach just now. Is this the hand sanitizer even working? God, my fucking fingernails are dirty. But yeah, basically, like, to what I back to what I said, like, in so many regards, it does feel like I missed out on, like, so many, like, great new potential to, like, engage with certain fandoms. Ow, sorry. But, like, sorry, I'm cracking my neck right now. Uh, yeah, like, it does feel like I missed out my potential to, like, engage with, like, so many different, like, mediums and fandoms, like, like, anime, or video games, or, like, movies, TV shows, music. And I probably have a bunch of free time right now, probably more than I have in, like, my whole life in the past few years. But I just really, like, there is, like an overwhelming amount of, like, new content and media, overwhelming choice, basically. That was also another thing on the Smosh podcast they talked about, but, like, based on, like, like, music. But that was that is specifically from a try not to laugh. But, like, they were being, like, real and honest and open on, like, some parts of it. I think that's from their latest Try Not to Laugh podcast that had, like, other members too, like, or, like, other cast and crew, like Spencer, Spencer Agnew, shout out to him, he's pretty funny. Um, he has a lot of moments where things can just be interpreted as wrong, but it's pretty funny because, like, he's just a sweet guy, deep down, I feel like, and, like, a lot of people, like, just, they know he's really just a sweet little, he's a good boy, or, like, the whole meme of, like, like, he can be, like, he can be, like, the angel or devil, or, like, I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. But yeah, basically, he's just, like, he's not really, like, a bad guy. He's not really, like, a dickhead to people. He just, like, says things to, like, basically just, like, he plays it up for the camera. And so yeah, sorry, how long have I been filming for? 18 minutes 20 seconds, yeah. And I say this, like, back again, so, like, talk about, like, like, stuff that I missed out, or, like, things that I feel like, I don't know, like, I want to, like, be, like, someone that engages with, like, certain fandoms and, like, shows and movies and TV shows and TV series. But, like, from, like, what started, like, I'm not sure where it started from, but, like, I noticed it a lot in, like, the world of, like, anime, and, like, anime fandoms. Like, if you don't really, like, like, I don't know if it's, like, something that's, like, brought up against, like, like, because, like I said, like, it's, like, I'm not sure, like, what starts out from, like, as, like, a joke, or, like, as a meme, or what is considered, like, based on, like, from being, like, ironic, or being, like, stuff that is, like, doubled down on. Sorry about my stomach again if you hear it, but, like, again, like as I tried to mention, but, like, there are so many people who, like, they post shit on the internet, and it's, like, not ironic, and, like, anyone can fall into that trap, maybe even myself included. I mean, when I was a kid, I posted a lot of horrible shit on the internet. I was probably a real fucked up person back then. I admit, I was definitely a piece of shit. I was probably a real piece of shit back then. I hope those videos are, like, not able to be accessed, or, like, that, like, I think it's called lost media. I hope. Sorry, I think I spit on my fucking wrist. I'm just gonna fucking rub alcohol. No, I mean, rub the hand sanitizer on it. I don't know why I called it alcohol. I hope you guys don't judge me for this video, honestly. But yeah, basically, this video, like I said before, this video is probably gonna be all over the place. Let me see what time it is now. It's 20 minutes, 15 seconds. Now it's 3:50. Good God. Yeah. 20 minutes, 20 seconds, 21, 22, 23, 24, 20, 25, 20, 26, huh? Imagine that shit. Huh, that's kind of fun, you know. Actually, no, it's not. It's fucking stupid. But yeah, in this vlog, I'm just trying to say, like, I saw, like, like my personal life, like, people talk about, like, oh, like, celebrities should have stuff that's private, or, like, when people talk about, like, I've seen, like, a meme, like, people posting stuff like, oh, you asked if you could, but never if you should, in terms of, like, things you post, things you, like, say or do on the internet, things that you post to, like, your YouTube audience or, like, your fans. I don't know. I really don't fucking know. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, I just don't know. I genuinely don't fucking know. I really just don't fucking know. I genuinely don't fucking know.